Greetings, 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 dear lighted ones. This is Joanna from Universal Love and Light Wisdom. And we wanted to co-create an offering with you today as we set the sacred space in the Heavenly Councils and the Christ Collective, the Divine and Holy Mother Father, brotherhoods and sisterhoods of light, and all of the beings, the souls of those listening now and future now moments, the higher selves of those listening now and future now moments are with us, so that any healings, activations, any releases can be done in the highest and in the best of those that are tuning in any now moment that one should tune in. Know that your teams are automatically called in the moment that you intend to open up your heart and create something new for yourself or explore something new for yourself. Through the purity of your heart, all is manifested. Through the purity of your heart, all may be transformed. Through the purity of your heart, access to the all. And these are the vibrations that we wanted to talk about today, especially with the experiences that so many have been going through as we're traversing the fourth dimensional experience, releasing the frequencies and the densities of the third dimensional vibrations that we've experienced for so very long as a human collective, and traversing the fourth dimensional navigation of forest of emotions and energies, healing the emotional body, thus then healing the whole bodies of all that we are, because the emotional energies that we've carried not only affect the emotional body and how we react and behave within our reality, why we get triggered emotionally so very much, but those Akashic frequencies that we're here to heal are also held within the DNA. They're also held within the energetic fields, and they're also held within the physical body. And so to understand that when we get triggered, to be present and honoring of what is being triggered, those emotional energies that are being triggered. Again, not to sit within the experience or the timeline or the Akashic preview that's being shown, but to sit within the energy so that it can allow that release to occur in whatever body or field that it's sitting within. And it can be felt once it is released. I had a recent release from my fields and my body in the lower two chakras, and it was a really profound release about persecution. Again, I've been healing persecution for many, many years because I am an old soul. I'm a crystalline child, and I've had many lifetimes of persecution experiences that I'm here to clear and heal so that I may stand in my light with power and honor. And how we do that is by fully understanding the multidimensional bodies, the physical, the mental, the emotional, the etheric, the four lower bodies that each and every one of us are here to heal and transcend into a higher light quotient, the cellular movement of all that we are. That is called the creation of the light body, the refinement of the Merkaba that we all come in with, to assist us in traversing different dimensional experiences. As we do, we're anchoring these new frequencies of behaving and living, and we offer those vibrations of liberation to the all, because it is a shift in our cells, it's a shift in our biochemistry, it's a shift in our belief systems, our perspectives, and that exists within the all that we are as a field of light, as a sphere, a walking sphere of God consciousness. And the fourth dimension is about healing all of those emotional experiences and not to have the emotions be the driving force of our lives, but for us to be the master in allowing those emotions to live through us, navigating it with mastery, understanding the lessons and the blessings that they come with, honoring and releasing, feeling into the multidimensional psychic, telepathic, empathic gifts that we come with to heal ourselves in this journey, and then allow it to move on its way into a higher light quotient of frequency, because we're transmuting. It's not going anywhere. We're transmuting it through love and compassion and forgiveness. And so anything that comes up in any day, and we've often talked about it as the subtle memories and the subtle stories we tell ourselves, the beliefs, the dialogue that moves through our lower mind state, because the lower mind state plays the Akashic third, fourth dimensional stories that we've come to heal. The higher mind is the one that says, are you sure that's really true about who you are? Because we're living in a really fast-paced frequency now where we're entering into a fifth dimensional frequency. Many are still traversing the third and fourth, but there are many that are entering into the fifth dimensional gates, and we're manifesting very quickly. So it's really important, as we've said often, to pay attention to what stories your lower mind is creating for yourself. And that lower mind is just that mind that moves about every day in the treadmill, that is not fully harmonized and bringing down that higher mind. That higher mind is your higher self. And why the daily practices and the daily routines about harmonizing all that you are as the higher self, as the angelic self, asking the spirit and the soul and the God self of you to live through you, so that you're consciously asking and inviting forward the highest perspective of you. Even if you might not know what that means, it's okay. But getting into new, higher vibrational, sacred perspectives that serve you in a much more dynamic, expansive way that align with the Christed grids. So to align with that Christed essence, I align and I allow and I invite my Christed energies to come forward and live through me, so that my thoughts and my words and my deeds are higher aligned with the vibration that I choose to experience. And it takes practice and it takes experience as we're releasing, all of these energies in the Akash and the karmic energies that we're here to release. And get to that point of higher power in which you can say, I'm truly done with this story. And if you've been playing out a story over and over again, you can have that co-creation and communion with Source Creator, the divine center of your heart, that sacred altar through which all experiences occur, through which all healings, all purity, all that you are experiences and is gifted and lived and honored from this sacred heart space. It's called the divine sacred heart, through which your human collective blueprint is played out and honored and served, through which your divine Christ consciousness heart is lived out and served in your own personal heart. That Christ consciousness heart is that divine sacred oneness with the Holy Mother Father, the male frequency, the female frequency of your highest perspective, Source Creator, Spirit, God, however we want to call the creator of all that is. Also living within all particles, all cells, all life, that you have access to, that you are floating and meshing and entangling with. So you're becoming more fluid in your ability to refine all that you are, and you're calling in your power to say that I'm done with this story now. I truly desire to move on to a higher empowering story of who I really am. I'm harmonizing with the understanding that although I might not understand what divine means, but you know what? I know it's within me. I harmonize my divine mind, my higher self, the highest perspective of all thought and all higher knowings of who I am as a divine essence of light and love and infinite eternalness. I have a divine body which encapsulates and holds and emulates and radiates the infinite of Source essence. It's my temple. So I choose to treat my body in new ways because my body is a temple. And as I refine my body, so too will my vibrations be refined. So too will my chakras and the color vibrations that I emit will be refined. For I choose to create the statement of my I am presence. I am divinely aligned in my divine heart and my divine mind. I am as one as my divine essence. My divine spirit and soul to walk forward with me, so that I ask my all that is divine and my highest knowing to live through me, and I open my divine sacred heart and I call forward the Source Creator within me to live through me. For I desire to be this harmonized being of light, and as it circles and spirals around your pillar of light that runs along your spine, you can invite in the opening and the awakening of all of your chakras, 13, 14 chakras, and up we go and out we go. Every time that we awaken and release, and harmonize anew. And the divine honor that you are as a body, as a mind, as a spirit, and your divine heart, through which all experiences occur, all vastness occurs through the divine sacred heart, no matter how you're feeling in this moment right now. To hold that higher knowing, that surrender in to your divine Source essence, that you are pure God light. And that's what our topics will embody today, is not only how to garner that self-empowerment, that confidence and that clarity, to always return to center, to that pure truth that you are divine Source light, and that holds great power. And if you do it often enough to feel into these harmonizations of who you are as Christed light. Christed light is the multidimensional, crystalline energy that is the universe's new blueprint for expansiveness. It's the Christ consciousness that many masters have come to emulate and radiate and remind us of, that is held within the DNAs. our expansiveness of the cosmos, our wisdoms of the cosmos, our wisdoms from within, our wisdoms from our Akash, all lifetimes concurrently moving right now, that we can call forward through our power of all that we are as a harmonized source being. I know that I have this power to release what no longer serves me in this frequency. I keep reliving these negative beliefs. I keep reliving this negative smallness. But I choose to let go of that now. It's a story I've lived. I'm done. And you can have that soulful connection and call in Source Creator. Because Source at the center of who you are is here to assist you moving in that infinity symbol to work within the fields to release what is no longer serving you. And with quite elegance and with quite ease. And I've had many of these conversations with my teams and my higher source and Divine Holy Mother Father, in which that I've lived these stories over and over again, and I'm really ready to let this go. And there will be that click of agreement. Yes, you're done. Let's move on. You'll feel it. You'll sense it. You'll know. You're choosing to know that you have and you are worthy to move into something new. And that's the essence foundation, is your worthiness. Your worthiness to know yourself and explore yourself, express yourself and experience yourself as source. Where you are, always have been. This essence of understanding will be the foundation of clarity. It will be the foundation of your love of self. It will be your foundation of the new fields you walk upon. It will be the foundations of your creativities that are spiraling within you, awaiting your own acknowledgement of them. The all. Your worthiness to be all that you are as source experience, to express, to explore, and to experience all that you are as source. It's a pure knowing. It's that pure energy to garner that confidence, to garner that strength, to garner that gumption, to step forward into something new and say, I have no idea, it's an unknown path. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but you know what? I'm one with source. I am source. I have so much Akashic wisdom and influences within me. The influence of love, the influence of benevolence will guide me. My intuitive senses are spot on. I get it. I am one with source. And the heavens and the universe will support you in every way. At sometimes ushering you into something new. Because the old world versions of those belief systems keep saying you're small, hold back. You might get killed again. You might have the persecutions again. Healing those persecutory energies come from many star systems. But then you stand within, return to that center of your divine sacred heart. You've always been pure source, and I'm with you. You're here to transcend all that was. Let it go. You're here to believe, you're here to know, you're here to honor, you're here to create your I amness, your isness of source light. This in and of itself is pure. And as our topic for today, it is the blessing of purity. It is your remembrance of purity. Because that purity is unwavering. Regardless of what chaos or conflict is moving about in your reality that you've co-created or manifested to see or view or be a part of, whatever drama is playing out. And they could be, it doesn't matter how big or small they are. But we've manifested because there's particles or energies within ourselves and our fields that are still playing into that smallness vibration. And it's like that tether that keeps pulling us back into those old realms that doesn't need to be. But it's until we garner that center of presence and all of that power that it contains, and it's big. It's that sphere of light that just, I can feel the God within me. I can feel it. It's so pure. It's so beautiful. I am my sacred light. This is beautiful. I am beautiful. I garner all my strength, and I have no more time to commit to any negativity that I once held. For I am divine, and this is pure within my essence as my words speak. It is pure. I remember this. I remember this vibration. I'm calling it forward within the fields of all that I am. My DNA is awakening as I speak, for this essence is pure. This is the excitement of source. This is the excitement of my creativity of love. This is my excitement of pure beingness. And we say with great pride and great fervor, for this is new. Is it not, dear ones? How many of you walked around so excited to be who you are? For that's the frequency that you're desiring, is it not? Just to be fanciful and free. Just to dance and move your arms. Who cares who's looking? Who cares who says what? Is that not your birthright? Is it not your birthright, dear lighted ones, to walk around in complete joy and happiness and bliss? Whatever words your earthly frequencies have you want to color it with. But is it not your birthright to live in happiness? Is it not your birthright, dear lighted ones? And we want you to be honest with yourselves. Is it not your birthright to be happy? Is it not your birthright to love all that you are? Is it not your birthright to wake up and say, I am light. I'm moving in something new. And it's so exciting. I have no idea what's in front of me, but as my foot touches this floor, I remember my sacredness, and I am pure in it. For there's a vibration with Source Creator. There's a vibration with the Creator of all that is, as you imagine yourself moving about the universe in all vastness of forms and consciousness and energy fulfillments. And there's that vibration of joy. There's that vibration of childlike excitement. There's that vibration of childlike exploration. For you are the expression of Source, make no mistake about it. And it will fill you with such fervor. It will fill you with such excitement. It will fill you with such vibrations, dear lighted ones, that you want to raise your hands up and say, finally, I get it. I get it. The shackles are gone. The shackles are gone. This is my light vibration. This is my light vibration. How do you like me now? And be okay saying it, for that's not ego, that's love. That's love calling in love. And it's been a journey, has it not, dear lighted ones? And it's been a journey for your recognition to say, I'm ready to break the shackles of being small and uncared for and unloved by me. For I understand the world is a representation. This experience is a representation of what I honor for myself and I claim for myself. And I claim in this moment to be something new. I claim in this moment to be my allness. For my allness is what I absolutely believe. My allness is what I absolutely know. This is the frequency of purity. And it is unwavering as you stand your feet firm in the ground and you anchor with Gaia's grids and she's running through you. She's running through you in your oneness, for she's excited your back. She's excited your back. You've worked with her before. And the forests and the nature animals and all that is frequency of pure love is tuning in because you just hit your purity frequency. You've just turned it on to that pure station of love. I get it. This is about me loving me. This is about me accepting me. This is about me throwing the shackles off of what used to be me. And I'm claiming something new and I'm standing on it. For it's okay to be proud about who I am. It's okay to be me. Other lifetimes it might not have worked, but you know what? This is new. God shows me, Spirit shows me, the Creator shows me, this is new ground. And hallelujah, I believe it. This is my knowingness and I am pure in it. I am pure in my knowingness with Source and I can be anything. It's the purity of your truth. What you're ready to claim and own for yourself. What you're ready to love yourself whole in. What you're ready to say, you know what, you're better. You're better than to live small with the negativity. And you can assume to turn that off and say, I don't want you anymore. And flick it off your shoulder. You're done. I'm done with the negativity. I am done. And you choose your consciousness, your innate, the fields that you exist within and without. And you will show yourself a test, perhaps in an hour, 2 hours, a day from now. And it will come back and you'll say, no, that used to be me, not me anymore. I'm profound. I got my light. On your way. Off you go. For those will be those energies testing you because there might be that vibration of not sureness. Until you get to that point of clarity and confidence, I am light. Began with you. For you're open in all things. In all things, in all moments, and you have those moments in which you waver. For you're still tapping into something new that's not yet been a part of your repertoire, a part of your energetic toolbox. It's always been there, but now you're just tapping in and pulling it out and saying, I want to work with this today. This is my new tool. Yeah, it is. And you know what? It's your birthright. You've earned it. It's in your Akash. It's in all that you have been. It's in all that you will be. You're the all. All timelines, all forms, all beings, all God, all. Are you ready to claim your allness, dear lighted ones? Are you ready to shake it up a little? Are you ready to create what you haven't seen? Are you ready to create what you dream of? Are you ready to be something new? Are you ready, ready, ready? Are you ready? And every time that we say ready, 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 and you say yes, 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 you're ready. You've lived it, you've done it, you're done. You're ready for something new. That's your heart owning it. That's your consciousness owning it. That playing field that you are. And it's okay if you're not there yet. It's okay. It's okay. You can get there. You are already there. There might need some things to play out for you to truly own your brightness, your greatness, your divinehood that you've always been. Always, always, always. Never been apart from you. Never, ever, ever. Never will be. For now you're moving into the fields of allness, of isness, always. No different then, dear lighted ones. And we bring this in for you to think about, for it's no different. No different at all. No different in that the heart that beats within you, that's what it is. You're walking around. So much a part of you that you hardly know that it's going on within you. There's a system of light that's within you. There's a system of intelligence within you that just moves and does what it does. Your allness and your isness is the heart beating within, doing what it does, without your recognition, without your mastery, without you telling anything to it, but it does what it does. When you tap in and you awaken to your allness, when you tap in and awaken to the purity of who you are with God, you want to start entangling. You want to entangle as much as you can because it's pure. You open up that divine hearts and you place your hands, and just in those pure moments of your allness, you just want to be still and one with God. And through your breath, you activate pureness. I activate my purity with God. It's an intention. Your breath intends action. Your breath intends unfoldment. Your breath intends movement. Your breath is source. I intend to be still, all that I am. I call forward all of my consciousness, all of my power, all of my light to be conscious and still with Source Creator right now. I intend to feel and experience and explore my purity with Source now. And your heart opens. And the fields, the quantum light, the quantum energies of all that you are begin to expand with breath. For your intention is intending. Your intention is moving and shifting. Your intention is awakening particles that have never been spoken to before. And your breath is saying to all other particles of God consciousness, they are ready. She is ready. He is ready to feel purity of love. And you drop all of your consciousness and awareness to the depths and the center of your heart, the center of your being. Even if you don't know where it is or how it feels, direct it. I direct all that I am to the center of my being where Source exists. The purity of love exists within me. And I choose with all of my heart, with all of my consciousness, I desire to explore all that I am as love. I am worthy of this. I deserve this. And your breath intends the open portals and the chakras and the energies and the veils that have held behind the fears and the worries about you showing your light and being your light and living in compassion and love. For those are what you're breaking through, dear ones. And sometimes it may take what you call earthly time to clear. And that's okay. For Source loves you all the same. Source will always hold that celebration party when you're ready to connect. Source will always hold that unwavering essence of love and honor and purity when you're ready. And you'll come to your knees every time for the purity of who you are. It's reaching for you as you're reaching for it. And this purity is what transforms. This stillness of oneness with Source, of love, of compassion and forgiveness, and oneness. Your acceptance of yourself, the love of yourself, your worthiness of yourself, and all that you are as divine pure light. It's in this stillness that all is transformed. When you surrender unconditionally to the stillness of your purity, I surrender to the purity of all that I am with Source. And it's like the entire universe just stops. And you are hovering in a crystalline bedding of love. These are the emanations of your allness. These are the emanations of your homecoming. These are the emanations of your truth. The songbird, so gently singing beneath all other forest and animal sounds. It's a harmony that veil through veil and layer through layer. You peel away the noise and you peel away the conflict and you peel away the distractions. And that songbird, that's your pure essence with Source. And it's that one bird that is singing on the tops of that mountain or the tops of those trees, or on that one rock in the center of the lake. And that one sound, that one harmonic, when all else is peeled away and all you desire is that pure connection. It is your purity with Source. And you garner that purity in every experience and exploration and expression, and return to it. For these are vibrational truths. I say this with great profundity through the veils of belief and disbelief that you've ever held about yourself. For these are vibrational truths that are creational. And they hold the power of Source, power of love. For you to see, for you to garner, for you to experience yourself in new ways that is required in these new templates of love. You don't need much, dear ones. Loosen the stirrups and unpack the suitcases. You don't need that much. Let go of what you're ready to let go of. And with you carry just that knowingness, the isness that is that single bird. When all distractions and all noises are filtered out. Your power, your clarity, your confidence, all that you are as a multidimensional time traveler of love. It's your pure knowing. And Source, Mother, Father, God, Spirit, the Creator, all that is You're waiting every moment that you choose to be still within it, to explore your purity, to explore your stillness in purity. You will always hear. Do you remember this is who you are? Nothing but pure love. This is what lets go and transforms the anger, the resentment, fear, negativity. You're blessed with this purity that each of you have. Every cell, purity of you, the song of you, clarity of you, strength of you, the honor of you, the bliss of you, the compassion of you, the compassion of you, the color of you, the song of you, the creative joy of you, the son and the daughter of you, the mother and the father of you, the nature and the planet of you, the holy love of you. Pure, vast, infinite, and eternal, and source waits. Patiently with such love. For you will all return to this space of pure love and exaltation. Are you ready to exalt? Are you ready to live in celebration of who you are, dear child? Are you ready to live in celebration of who you are? Are you ready to share who you are without apology? Are you ready to walk forth without fear or apology? Are you ready to heal and offer and give and be the shining light that you are without fear or apology? Are you ready to release the shackles of playing small? Dear holy child, dear precious, precious song. Are you ready to be present and own and claim and embed yourself within the purity and the blessing and the strength and the empowerment that is you? Be empowered and honor the light that you are, the love that you are, the blessing that you are, the song that you are. It's why you came. It's why you came. Give yourself permission to release the suffering, dear ones. Give yourself permission to release playing small, dear ones. Sound is so pure. Infinite fields of joy, dear lighted ones. The gardens and the flowers that you are. For each of you are a flower in a vast field of many other flowers and nature energies. And some of you that have played small because you've been fearful of what others might say when you actually are and shine who you are. Naturally, innately, authentically, in great spirit and great love. And as we offered the conduit, that you will always be a unique flower or song within the garden of love of all that is. And those that choose in their free will to stop and gaze upon your beauty, to be a part of the scent that you offer or vibration that you offer, is free will. And there's an infinite number of flowers and vibrations and grasses and shrubs and honor within the garden for each of you to move about and be a part of and explore and experience and be the expression of. So it does not matter, does it? For you shining your light and your color and your emanation of song is because it is who you are. What brings you joy? What allows you that purity of exploration and expression? Where do you experience your own purity? And all else will be the universe and its benevolent workings. So trust in the soul's plan and God's plan, source plan, spirit plan, that all is as it is. For your purity and your alignment is all that is the foundation of your harmonic song and what it brings and provides. Trust in that. When you are pure in alignment of your song, the source, as love, as light, as joy, as precious power, in the honor of sacred life and all that is, serving it in quite beatitude, all else is taken care of. And the ego celebrates in this, where the ego also wants to be a part of its harmonization into the soul and spirit. As it's harmonized into something new and it becomes a part of your new soul's journey. No longer called ego, but you live as spirit through your heart center, through that pure knowing, that pure isness. You're a part of the all. And you can refine your purity moment for moment for moment as you so desire to call upon it. And garner it for your travels. Garner that purity, garner that intention, garner that song. For that will always work within your highest and in your best, aligned with the highest benevolent beings, always placing those stones for you to step upon. For these expansive moments are new, dear lighted ones, and you can go in an infinite number of directions and paths. There are no judgments in either way. But the purity of who you are will always guide you to your highest soul's excitement and your highest gifts that you've earned, you've worked with, you've collected. So how may you be excited, dear ones, in your purity. And don't let that word confuse you, dear lighted ones. Your purity may sound very singular, but we guarantee you this, that purity allows you the excellence of source, streaming in all directions, all ways, all moments, all vibrations. It's always been the gift. How may you garner and activate your pure message of the day? The message that you desire to play for you. Those higher dimensional, higher vibrational, higher eminence thoughts and affirmations. I'm centered with Source. This is my pure loving song, and so it is. As I walk about, I align myself with the purity of who I am. For the purity of who I am is Source. That's all I need. And I let go of the stuff. And I open up my suitcase and I take a few things out, for it's not needed anymore. For I understand who I am. I want to travel light. And I'm letting go of certain relationships that seem to spiral in drama, for I'm not keen on that anymore. Just my purity, it's all I need. I can go anywhere with this, make no mistake about that. I'm claiming who I am. And that purity of light just spirals through your fields, clearing and cleansing all that was not sure. All that was waiting, just waiting, dear ones, for you to claim your clarity, for you to claim your truth, for you to claim that song that is you, that pure song. We might speak in these ways, for sometimes it might take your ears and your hearts and your eyes and all that you are a few different ways to hear the sounds and the songs that you are in your own truth. For these vibrations are varied for each of you. And you know that. You've been with us enough. For the pure essence that resides within each of you will be heard and felt in different ways, and it's supposed to be that way. It's always a synchronicity of sound, is there not? Realize how profound sound is. Showing you every way. Just close your eyes, be a part of sound for 1 hour, 1 minute. See what it shows you, dear ones. The song of you, the purity of you coming to life in new ways, for you're loved. That's why it's creating itself for you. Know that you're held within it, dear ones, you're held within it. The purity of love that you are. Claim it and own it and make it all you. That's why you're here. Create new from all that you are. Create new from all that you are. The fields will support you. The universe will support you. Your teams will support you. God's within. Thank you, dear lighted ones. Just need to get a tissue. Thank you. Oh, that was beautiful. Thank you. And we hope that that has assisted for those that so desire these beautiful summer days up to the Lion's Gate. And any time, really, it doesn't matter. Time is not. I mean, it's something that we've paid attention to, but there are definitely grand universal energies, and our teams are preparing us for this summer and to the end of 2019, and preparing us for 2020, this big energetic shift that we're all feeling and sensing, and why so many of us have been through so many emotional experiences and healing, and truly understanding these new gifts that were being offered, the awakenings from our Akash, the awakenings from our star system wisdoms and intelligences, so that we can begin co-creating in new ways. And I'm really excited the things that I've been tapping into, the consciousness wisdoms within the Gaia consciousness, and the fields that we are, that we exist within. And I've been offering private sessions to assist those in learning about the multidimensional fields that they exist within, and beginning to tap into it and feel how we can use these fields for manifesting and for healing, and for tuning in with our Gaia consciousness and energies. So it's really beautiful. And I'm sensing that will be a part of my upcoming new growth, and to expand and offer it in a way that will assist others, and also remembering who they are within these fields of the all, and the purity of who they are within it all. But these energies are preparing us for different ways of behaving, for different ways of co-creating, to really ignite in our readiness that next level of creativity, of creative, energetic, quantum manifestation, and quantum ways that we behave within ourselves. and feeling into all that we are in different ways as quantum, as love, the foods that we eat, the words that we speak, and all that can be felt quantumly. We're now being offered that fluidic experience of higher dimensional living, quantum living, and how it lives through us and how we become it. And so this idea and concept of purity has been my mainstay, really truly has been my mainstay for me to always, regardless of how tethered I have experienced myself to be and stretched, bombarded, I have allowed myself to return with my teams. Absolutely, my teams are always, 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 always guiding me and showing me and reminding me and honoring me. You know, I'm so grateful for all of the teams that have always been with me, you know, since my first, live Pleiadian experience at 5 or 6, when my bird family came to visit me, and I had the scar on my heart chakra. My heart chakra was adjusted by my bird family, and I was taken on a ship, and I've been having recent remembrances of being on light ships, and just felt like only being gone a few minutes, but I was actually taken, and different adjustments were being done and made. And so I've always recognized throughout my awakening, and why things happened and occurred when I was younger that I couldn't explain or didn't really talk about because it was just so different, and why I felt the way I did and why I was experiencing what I was. And it wasn't until my awakening that I started to understand, all of these things. And then when you go through this 4th dimensional experience, healing all of the energies from all different lifetimes that are here to prepare you for that 5th dimensional gate. And it really is returning to that center of whatever is pure for you. Everybody's purity factor, or that channel on that vibrational channel, that radio of the universal potential that we have to turn to. Everybody's purity will be different based on where they're at in that moment. And the more that you explore this purity, the grander that purity and the stronger that purity will be felt and known. And why it's important that we each explore and express and experience who we are as source from that pure centered state. And that will be your guiding mainstay through all of these vibrational challenges and offerings that we're all given, as we step into new vibrational dimensions of experience. And so purity was really big. And a few of the things that came through were the purity of your intent. So your impurity to intend as you go into your meditation. I purely intend to feel what purity means to me. What does it feel like? What does it sound like? What's my pure song? And that pure song is your alignment, the pure, unequivocal, unwavering alignment with source, of love, pure love, unconditional, pure love, pure love. You as your source, God essence, you as love. That's it, love. And you'll feel it. It will just feel. And it might take a few times for you to feel into this and just open your heart unconditionally. And just, I'm not sure what this feels like. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to experience or what. Just release all of those expectations, because everybody will experience something different, and they're meant to, because this is the unique journey of the soul with source. And it's not meant to feel like anybody else. And that's why, I've come forward to color and express what I can when I commune and I speak as source in my own unique purity. But it's only my version, and it's a beautiful version I've now come to acknowledge and claim and excite and exalt. But my version will be different than every other version of your source essence. And so how I experience it and the beauty and the sacredness that I experience it in will be different than how you do. And so that is okay, and it's meant to be that way. So let go of having it, how we compare and how we align ourselves in other stories. Do so for the excitement that's available. That's it. And then go within for your pure journey, your pure dialogue, your pure exploration and experience. And the way you express that will be different, and it's meant to be. because each of our unique expressions are like all of the different animals in the forest behind me. And I get such great pleasure in the morning when I wake up really early and I see thousands of birds, different kinds of birds, goldfinches. I mean, just so many different kinds of birds. And each of them has their unique role. Some are picking up the abundance of the insects and eating them, keeping the insect population under control. Some of them pick up the moths that are, have a very short life. And as the moths are flittering down to their cycle of death, the other types of birds come and eat them. And it's a cycle of renewal and replenishment. And it's a cycle of song, and their songs connect and click other birds into other songs. And the songs of the forest and the movement of the energy of the forest is so profoundly layered. And so are we. We're layered in great depths of understanding and great depths of wisdom. And it might be that it requires us to take off the layers of illusion and the layers of disbelief and the layers of smallness for us to truly understand the magic of who we are. That pure magic of who we are, that source will show us when we ask, that will show us when we invite them, and will be that blessing when we invite it through us, to live through us as the flow of love, as the flow of our beauty. And there's always such great majesty in the layering and the movement. All of the birds moving in their own unique way, the little ones, the big ones, the larger ones, the insects, the sounds of the forest, the deer, all of these energies and the movement of Gaia and the movement of life is this synchronistic layering of beauty, untouched. And I watch it, and there's no human element that's touching what is going on in here. And it's an elegant dance, and it's an elegant movement. They all know what to do. And this is what we're being ushered into, is that each of us coming forward with our own unique blessing, with our own unique sound, with our unique gifts, regardless of what goes on around us or those words that have played on us before that we're now transcending, from playing small and from others not understanding or why we were acting the way we were acting or doing what we were doing. Because our bodies, our multidimensional allness is now connecting more with greater volume, is the word I'm getting, with greater volume and intensity to the sounds of the forest, to the sounds of Gaia, to the sounds of all that is that creational song that is activating us as we are activating it. We are now awakening to the energies of all that we've always been. We're growing in this energy. I know our auras, our energies, our intentions, our alchemic knowing, our purity of knowing who we are, that we affect the fields around us. That knowing, that intention affects those fields, and the animals and the life, the consciousness understand that, and they want to play with us. And so it's meant to be that way. It's meant to be unique. It's meant to be diverse and authentic and flow in this way. It's meant to flow with synergy and fluidity and seamlessness and unconditional allowance and unconditional trust. It is what it is. It's the beauty of Source. And it's our trust in that. It's our trust to let go of all the stories we've told ourselves about ascension, all the stories we've told ourselves about, whatever it is we told ourselves about, there's so much, but it's about peeling through all of those layers and getting to that pure dialogue with Source, as Source. It's you at your highest, purest vibration of love. And that vibration will respond to you. That vibration will interact with you. That vibration will offer you the highest and the best. That vibration will show you and guide you. That vibration will bring in teams, literally teams and legions of beings to assist you to work through the clutter and work through the veils of illusion. And when you're ready, you get to choose. I'm done with this. And it takes our choice. We choose. I choose to be done with this in this moment of now. That's my intention, and I set it. From this moment forward, I am done with negativity. And if you set promises and you set commitments and convictions like that with intention, and your teams and your higher self and all that you are as a soul understands, and Source, Mother, Father within you understand, you're done with that story. It's really time for the greater good of the all, that you be done with this and you move on. Then you will have that blessing, and you will have that shift of that alchemy, because it's you. That higher self of you says, you have learned a lesson. I have learned the lesson. I'm acting in this physical form to learn this lesson of smallness, and I'm done. I'm standing in my light. I'm claiming it. I'm owning it. I am ready to begin something new, a new phase now, a new phase now, a new phase now. Yes, done. And that choice of conviction, that choice of purity, that choice of power, that's your return to center. This is who I am. And you own it, and you claim it, and you be it, and you live it, and your words and your actions and your movements, and you just become all that you are and pure. Who you are as purity, pure, pure, in your purity. And it feels liberating. It feels vibrationally freeing. You know, you're able to be this free. You're able to be this shiny. You are meant to be in liberation. You are meant to be in liberation. And shine your shiniest shine. Shine, dance, sing. This is how it's meant to be. Suffering can be gone. And you can let it go. And this is how we give life to the unseen. This is how we co-create the undefinable, the unknowable. It's really that pure alignment. Pure alignment. A couple of times a day, pure alignment, pure alignment. I'm aligning with my purity. I'm aligning with my purity. What is my purity? And each day it will change. Today, I desire to be the pure alignment of my physicalness, my physical body. I want to purely align with all that I am as a physical temple. And you're going to pay attention to more of what you eat. You're going to pay attention to more of how you speak to your body. You're going to pay attention to more of the environments you walk within. So allow yourself that purity of all that you are as a multidimensional being. I want my purity to be expressed and explored and experienced with nature today. You know, I know there's a purity of wisdom within me that has nature energies or wisdoms or alchemic medicine. And these purities will shift and change because you are the purity of love. And love is all things. Love is God. Love is source. Love is the allness. And your allness can take you in these threads that go anywhere in any way. So purity is not that smallness that we've defined as humans. You know, it must be only one thing. No. That purity is your knowingness. Not wavering. It's your name. You are this. This is your name. This is who you are. This is your vibration. And you get to choose that. You get to state that. You get to intend it. You get to say what you're ready for. And that's that level of next upping, that level up. I want to level up. Here we go. It's unfamiliar. Never been like this before. And people are going to look at me a little weird. But you know what? I'm ready. Got to be this. I got to be what I got to be. You know? And it gets to that point. I got to be who I got to be. And it might ruffle the feathers of some around you. And have that be okay for them because they came for that journey as well. Because if their feathers weren't ruffled, they wouldn't move through what they're meant to move through. Whatever it might be. That's their journey. But to hold ourselves back is not fulfilling the destinies or the fates that the whole pure self wants us to experience, that we've come to experience on behalf of our soul, source, dynamic, beautiful, shiny self. And why we've come with the colors and the blessings and the dynamic array that we have within our Akash, within our DNA, that we can activate anytime we want again. You get to choose. And so we hope that's helped, the purity of you being you, and that purity is your knowingness, that is just like your name. I am pure in this knowingness. Today I will discover my vastness of my physicality, because that's God. Source is your physicality. You know, make no mistake about it. God is your temple. And if you choose to heal something within your temple, to experience something within your temple, whether it's greater health or wellness or vitality, begin that mastery, begin that invocation, begin that discussion of who you are as source. The Metatronic activations in the sacred geometry that are within you, you know, and that Christic alignment that is within you. All of these energies that you don't necessarily have to know how it goes. You might not think, well, I don't know, I have the knowledge of that. Just begin. I know that there's information within me. Bring it forward. This is my pure desire to feel vital, to feel healthy, so that I can be all that I'm meant to be. Those pure intentions will start those things moving. And you'll wake up with the remembrance of just how to prepare your food differently, how to add herbs to your drinks. The little tiny things that affect the cells and the biochemistry of the body that help you feel better and lighter. Choosing different words to say about yourself. Wow, I look great today. wow, I feel great today. Look at my skin and my body feels good. I'm just going to do some stretching here. Whatever it is, you'll feel it. These are the alchemic shifts of your allness, your intuitiveness, all that you are. All of these teams and beings of all that you are a part of, swimming with. Say, okay, this is what she needs now. This is what he needs now. They're going to get this. They're going to get that. They're really going to act on this. They're not going to act on that. So whatever it is that you need, it will be given. But you have to activate it with your choice, your pure intent. And your pure intent is not just to get there. It's that pure intent because you're worthy of it. You're worthy to experience and explore and express it. That's the pure intent. The purity of yourself to be all that you are as yourself. You're worthy to explore and experience and express yourself as love. As love. In the infinite number of ways that it's able. And you are able. Source is able. Infinite. And mountains will be moved. This I know to be true. I've been shown, and I've been a part of so many miraculous experiences that I've put some and very few in my books. And I've explained many over the years of our radio show and all of the podcasts that are on our resource center. And I've drawn as many of the illustrations thanks to our very small team of dedicated artists. And so the donations all go to help pay for the illustrator that helps me illustrate what I see, what I get in my visions, and what the higher councils, the Christic councils give me in my visions, so that I'm able to explain alchemically what goes on in the fields that we work within, and what I'm gifted at certain times of human and collective expansiveness, and the videos and all of that. So we do appreciate the donations and the honorings for us to share our continued service, passions within my heart, to explore who I am and express who I am as Source, has always given me these blessings, and why I can speak so passionately. I don't have words for the experiences that I know Source to be, and I can only express it from my perspective, and I'm valuing this perspective now. I'm honoring this perspective now. I've said it through the years, but now I'm more in alignment of that pure honor. And it gets more pure because it's me. I'm exploring it as me. And that's what Source and my teams and the universe were really I want to say it in the most polite way, but it will come out funny and they'll understand. Really drilling into my consciousness that everything that I experience is magical, and everything that brings me to my knees, and everything that I just feel that is just so beyond words. They have been drilling into me that it's me, and this is that's part of the human ride that I also wanted to talk about today. That's really, really important, that I've come to understand, is the influence of love and the influence of benevolence. That we are the influence. And that influence takes us into those moments where we truly honor, those moments where we're transitioning or honoring that release as a part of our journey, what we've just been through as a release, or a karmic let go, or karmic healing, or a physical healing, or a mental healing, whatever it is. And each moment is to be honored as that influence, because that influence is that next into that version of you that's transforming and transmuting. And it's this infinity alchemic transmutational journey. And you are the influence to everything else that it ripples and touches, because it does. So your love of yourself, the influence of your love to open and honor and be a part of that pure essence that you are, or that pure knowledge that you are, or that pure compassion that you are to offer to a friend, or kindness. That purity and that influence of that purity is undefinable, and it's indescribable, and it's infinite. And it influences greater love. It influences greater benevolence. And so feel into the influence of love and how you can activate love, how you are the influence of love just by being it. You know, you don't have to intend it or send it out, but just be that influence. And that was the team's messages this morning, where the influence that love has, the compassion that is influenced by a kind act. And that is the crucible to human evolution. It really, really is. And we think that sometimes in our early ascension days, we had these grandiose thoughts and ideas about the transformation of an entire collective and how grandiose these ideas and concepts were. But the teams are saying that because our consciousness and the fields are what they are, that those small shifts that we think are small, and we're only saying it because it's the words that we use, and you know that for those that listen to us often, that those small shifts of dynamic perspective, the influence of who you are and what you say to yourself and how those stories replay in your fields, and those influences of love and the small shifts that you might think that they are, has dynamic influence to the all that is. Your benevolence just to be your light, and the influence that that benevolent factor carries. And they're showing me the particles of benevolence that are in the fields. Your benevolency to call in benevolent action through you, to call in benevolent love through you, and to be benevolent love, that impacts and influences all of the benevolency. You know, and it's profound, really profound, that we don't have sight of or validation of, but know that it's the threading and the weaving and the alchemy of all that is its source. That's the purity of source that you are now becoming awake to. And that purity of source moves mountains. It separates the oceans. That's how powerful that is. And so we hope that in all of our offerings, that you walk away with, at the very least, how profound you really are. You know, how truly profound and threaded and alchemically entwined you are with all love, all benevolence. And you have all of this benevolence that's working with you. If you so desire to tap in, tune in, and tangle, and you can align with that purity to assist you in your threading and moving and navigating throughout life. Because the waters can feel muddled at times, especially when we're awakening to new psychic gifts and psychic powers. And it will trigger memories that are not comfortable, that we have to acknowledge and move through and forgive and release. It's a part of the ride. But call your teams in for that. Call your teams in for stuff that you're not sure how to work around. Your teams will be available. I'm not sure how to get through this, how to transcend this. Can you help me here? And it will most often than not be, because this is the alchemic frequency for all healing, love, forgiveness, and compassion of thyself and all others. And if you offer yourself that in purity, as an open heart, you will feel those releases and those let goes. And you'll feel the body open up. And your body will want different foods. And again, tap into the purity of all that you are as a multidimensional being and feel that navigation. You'll feel it. You know, your navigation will be different. It will be more clear and concise. You, as you, will be communicating with the you in the all. And you'll be guided. You'll be telling yourself where you need to go and what you need to do and what you need to eat, how you need to behave and the things you need to say, you know, because your words will want to change, you know. And it's a journey. So be gentle and soft with yourself, because that's purity. It's soft and gentle. That's source. So just know that you have influence. Your love is influential. Your love is influential. And you don't have to necessarily try or inherently, purposefully. You know, there is a benefit of purposeful action, absolutely. But what we're moving to now is this honoring and this claiming of state of being. And it's just who you are, just like your name. It's who you are, you know. Why we have to think about it is because of the egoic and old 3D, fourth dimensional healing patterns that we're shifting from. And that's okay. But there is that higher truth, that pure truth, that this is who you are. So play with it and feel into it and tap into it. And you'll feel your purity, and it will grow and change, and it's supposed to. So we wish you many blessings and namaste, dear lighted ones, and we love you with all of our heart, and know that your teams and the Divine and Holy Mother, Father, and the Heavenly Angels and the Christ Collective are always with you. So call upon them for any healings, any clarity that you wish to gain. Always trust your inner guidance systems that are always turned on for you, and have that power and that mastery in navigating your life and your ship, your beautiful royal dynamic divine ship in different ways. And that's what's being called for. It's really owning that light and honoring it and moving in sacred ways with you. So thank you, dear lighted ones. We honor you and we love you dearly.